I can't tell you how excited I am about this video. It was my long lost friend and I finally found you, friend. Long story short, I basically had a YouTube channel, Mauritius Couture Cakes, and then it got hacked. It was a person that claimed that they were going to be helping me with security. This was a whole business, okay? So it wasn't like I just was stupid and was like, oh yeah, take my password, do it, fix it. Little by little, they started deleting my videos 2 at a time, 3 at a time, every day. Before I could stop them, my channel went to ruins. You would click on a video and it would be static. It was so weird. YouTube didn't even know how they were able to accomplish that. So I had to shut that one down. Unfortunately, some of my favorite videos got lost in that sauce. Then comes that moment where like you do a deep search into your computer and one of them pops up. My Spider-Man versus Batman cake popped up and I was so happy. No, the quality isn't what you're expecting. This was like 4 years ago. So it's a little bit darker. It's still gonna help somebody out, I'm hoping. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. Oh well. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel if you have not. We're not even at 10K right now, but let's get up to 100K and go ahead and like the video, press the notification bell, and then let's get started. Okay, Cakenistas, this is an old school, old-fashioned, vintage video right here. So the darkness in this video, we'll just call that really cool. Now I have my cake all prepped. It is just a 2-layer cake and I just frosted it with buttercream. It just came out of the refrigerator and I'm going to cover half of the cake in my blue fondant. This is my sky blue. This is going to be the backdrop for my Batman side of the cake. And then once I just press it onto the cake, I'm going to cut down the center and then make sure that it's all nice and smooth, and then cut down the center on the sides as well, and then peel off the other side. I remember thinking at the time, how in the world am I going to do this? But it can't be that difficult. So now this is my Spider-Man red, a nice good red. It is so great to get a good red out of fondant. So I'm going to put that on the other side of the cake. And once again, the cake was refrigerated, so the frosting is hard and it makes it so much easier to work with in case you like have to peel the fondant a little bit just to adjust it. I'm so sorry that I'm not in the frame right now, but you know, it is what it is. So I can pretty much see where that blue fondant begins, and I can cut away the red fondant where I need to. You see my shortening in the corner. You know, gotta keep it greased up. That's what made it all nice and shiny. Wow, I'm sorry I don't have the cake in the frame. It's really sad. So there it is right there. I'm all prepped and ready to go. Clearly I was very pleased with that. So I'm going to create some dimension. I just dipped a peppy towel. That was French. I just dipped a paper towel in some blue fondant and I figured I would create the sky or like clouds or just dimension, you know, in the night sky. So we're going to put that to the side and I'm going to begin to make the buildings. You've seen me make buildings before. I'm not the best building maker in the world, especially 5 years ago. You're just cutting out black fondant. You're making different types of rectangles, squares, and just cut it as you see fit. I'm going to attach those buildings onto the blue side of the cake with water. And I'm overlapping slightly. This video almost has like a cool ashy vibe to it, kind of like it really is Spider-Man versus Batman. I'm just trying to bring it all together, you guys. This video was actually done, it was Halloween night, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And then the doorbell rings and literally I dropped my fondant and me and my sister looked at each other really slowly. She pressed mute on the TV. We're not the family that's like, oh, company. We're like, shh. So we get up and then we go to the door and we kind of peek through the peephole and it was some cute little kids. Oh, it's Halloween, that's right. We admired their costumes from the other side of the door. It was cute. So now I'm gonna work on Spider-Man. Just rolling out black strips of fondant. Today I have a clay extruder, which is great. It works wonders. But you can also roll it out by hand. It just takes a little bit longer. And I'm going to place them onto the cake, starting from the center and then spreading each one down throughout the red side of the cake. And then you just create that web by allowing it to drag a little bit from strip to strip. You're going to pretty much do this process for each of your spaces. And then once it's complete, you've got a nice little spider web going on there. So now we're going to make Spider-Man's eyes. Oh, psych! We're going to cover up that seam. It just doesn't look that great. But I guess I pointed to the seam, but I wasn't ready. So we're going to make the Batman emblem. Sorry. I pretty much just traced out the emblem off of the computer and now I'm cutting it out with my X-acto knife. And I'm going to create that yellow background oval that he has. You know, when you look up in the night sky and you see that Batman symbol. And then I'm going to use that template to cut out that black bat, and then I'm going to stick that onto the yellow fondant. That is going to go into my night sky. And I realized that the edge of it looks kind of rough, so I ran around that with a little bit of black fondant. Now to make my windows, I just rolled out a piece of yellow. I was so frustrated. Oh, that looks so bad. But that's how I made my windows back then. Y'all see what's going on. I'm gonna totally give out candy this year for like a few minutes. And then I might even go trick-or-treating myself. Oh, what if I went trick-or-treating and then got some candy to do a cake on the channel? I should go trick-or-treating and then do a candy haul. Hey guys, look at my trick-or-treat bag. So I'm just going to continue on with my windows, and I just, you know, at this point I'm just trusting in the process that from afar it'll look pretty decent. And it does from afar, thank goodness. So there I am making that little border around the emblem. And here I am now creating eyes. A little bit out of order, but it's all coming together. Now we're gonna cover up that seam, and I initially did it with black fondant, but I felt like that was way too chunky. So I ended up taking leftover red and leftover blue fondant, twisting that together and putting that in the center to kind of mesh the two worlds. I used some leftover red fondant to also make it look like Spider-Man was trying to creep over from his world onto Batman's, because this is a rivalry after all, you know. Pretty cool. And then I wrote happy birthday on top. This was the cake. I loved how it turned out. If you would like to see a similar cake that I've done on this channel, you can check out my Batman versus Spider-Man versus the Ninja Turtles. So that was pretty cool. There was nothing to click here. This video doesn't even exist anymore. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Couture and a Spider-Man versus Batman cake. Bye guys. Ooh, anyway, I just cracked myself up. So I have a cake niece to comment today. Michelle Thompson. Hi, Michelle. Ouch. Hi, Michelle. You've been commenting, thank you, on my 6 dorm room desserts, where I also did my little Beyonce performance, Marisha Cella, if you will. Michelle says, Ah, man, you're so funny. Just love watching your videos. Go Beyonce, love Michelle. And the reason why I love this comment is because, you know, I did my Beyonce set. She said, go Beyonce. And then her name is Michelle. Is there a Kelly out there? That's all I'm saying. I feel like we are 2/3 of Destiny's Child. I don't know. I'm weird like that. Thank you so much, Michelle, for commenting. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you for watching my Beyonce number. Anytime you're called Beyonce, like, go Beyonce. You know, it's just a great feeling. It's a great feeling. If you would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is write a little comment, okay? That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, Cake Nistas.